Hey guys, it's me. How are you all? It's a gorgeous day. I'm not going to keep you long, but I do have quite a few things to talk about and mention, and some of them are going to be fun, and I'm going to move around a little bit. The first thing I wanted to actually talk about, I'm going to wait until second because I just happened to open up my email before I got on, and I see that Regeneron, our own Regeneron, is going to be making 500,000 coronavirus test kits, and they are donating all of the cost of the materials as well as the labor and going to be shipping them around New York State. So I think that's awesome. I know myself and my team have helped a lot of Regeneron buyers buy homes, and they are awesome folks, very hard workers, and I think that's just really a cool bit of community news. So I hope everybody's doing well. I have my Kay's Pizza shirt on, okay? It's my favorite shirt, my favorite Kay's Pizza shirt. And the exciting news is that Kay's Pizza is opening up this Sunday. They were supposed to open up, well, actually, I think they were supposed to open up on the 1st, and they are opening up limited. I'm going to give you guys the lowdown on that. They have a whole COVID plan for business, both on Facebook and also on their website. They will be open. They are going to be serving a very limited menu for pickup only. And I know that those guys are very, very organized. I mean, they have done so much with Kay since they took over in terms of getting it organized with the seating and the waiting outside and making it okay to wait outside on the porch and have a drink and do all these cool things. So that I already knew that they were going to just have it be very, very organized. But I think they're going to have, people pull in their cars. You're not going to have to get out of your car. They're going to put your pizza out on a table so that you don't have to touch or interact or get close to anybody. It is going to be limited, so it's kind of stinks a little bit for me because we have a pizza that we get and we call it the Bentley Special, and we always tell them that it should be on the menu. And it's, let me see if I can do it right. It's mushrooms, onions, pepperoni, and meatballs, extra sauce, and cook it. That's what we say. So we won't be able to get that because they're only going to have, let's see what the choices are. Pepperoni, sausage, peppers, and mushrooms. Those are the toppings that they're going to be offering. And they are going to be offering plain bone-in wings. You can get them mild, medium, or hot. A large cheese pizza, so they're not doing the small ones. They will do the large Kay's Special, so that's good. That's the sausage, mushrooms, and peppers. And then gluten-free pizza is also available. So 2 days, 20 hours, 50 minutes, and 30 seconds until they open. So I know I will be there. It's going to be great to support them. And, we have to do all we can to support our small businesses these days. So the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, I know I mentioned it yesterday when I went live briefly, that I was trying to think of ways to kind of help out the first responders. I was listening to Governor Cuomo yesterday. I didn't hear him yet today. But, I was thinking really hard about, he mentioned a comment about how most of the time when you have a serious event, whether it be a hurricane or, God forbid, a school shooting or something terrible that happens where there's first responders involved, there's usually an end date. There's a major crisis time, and then there's an end date, and it happens pretty quick. With this coronavirus outbreak, all of these people who are going to work, who are your EMTs, your firefighters who are getting called, your nurses, your doctors, and even just people who are in the hospital and having to clean. I mean, think about the people who are the cleaners at the hospital. They are on the front lines of this, and they don't get a break. I mean, they might get to come home, but then even coming home is so hard for them because they probably have to completely go through this whole sanitizing routine. I heard stories of doctors and nurses sleeping in the cars because they didn't want to go home for the case of it contaminating their families. So just think about what a hard time they are having. And I was thinking of different things that I could do personally, but the company that I work for, I gotta love them. They, in each region of New York State, have done this capital, well, we're the capital region here, so this is the community, and they are doing up to $500 tab at each of these restaurants, so any of the first responders can go in and order something for their meals. It is Pepper Jack's on North Allen Street in Albany, and Spinner's Pizza and Sub also down in Albany. So these are right by Albany Med. So this is on Facebook. It's on my page. You can find it on Hunt's site. And I have to thank our branch directors in the capital region, because they're the ones who really put the money out there for this. As you guys know and have heard from me, we real estate agents are our hands are a little bit tied right now, and it's hard for us to get out, and we can't have any contact with the community face to face right now. So we can't show homes or go on listing appointments. So we don't have a whole lot of money to donate to this cause, but we were asked if we could to donate a little bit, and I did, send a little bit of money in for it. But I just think it's a cool thing that they're doing, and I was really excited. It's starting on April 1st, which is today. So today is April Fool's Day. Wouldn't it be great if this whole thing was a big April Fool's joke? But it's not. So the other thing I was kind of thinking about doing, which I thought would be fun, I'm going to take you guys and show you all the books I have right now. Okay, we're leaving my office for a minute, and I have to turn the screen around. So let me see if I can do that. I don't know if it's going to work. It worked when I did it privately. Ah, here it is. So this is my sort of bookcase. It's actually an old piece of furniture that my Nana had for China, and I used it for books. So I have 1 million books. Not 1 million, but a lot. And I was thinking that a fun thing that I could do is have a little free library. So I don't know if you guys have seen these around. I've seen them a lot when I travel. I haven't seen any here, not in Rensselaer County anyway that I know of. But the little free libraries are a place where you can go and you can just take a book, or you can leave a book, or you can do both. And there's a couple of them on the Cape. We did not go to the Cape. We were going to go out there and check on our house, but we did not do that. And actually, the wonderful Cape Cod Cleaning Collaborative cleaners that I use out there went and checked on the place for me, and they actually did a cleaning for me for free, which was like awesome. They're awesome people. So I was very pleased about that, and I plan to pay it forward in every way. But I thought about doing a little free library. So I'm not sure of the location. Obviously, this is live and it's public right now, so I'm not going to give everybody where the location is. But if you are interested in exchanging books, doing a book exchange, and you just need something to do, like take a ride to a place where there might be a little free library, I was thinking about starting one of these. The only way that I can make it work really is to do it in like a plastic bin. And I do know that the coronavirus is supposed to stay on plastic a little bit. So you're going to have to wear gloves if you come to my box and look at my books. And, you would be able to take a book, and maybe I can start a little Facebook group on it. So if you think that's a good idea, would you message me? Because I'm sure a lot of you have books and you might be going through things. And the other thing I thought that could also be in the box that might be fun for kids and adults would be puzzles. So I'm thinking of either doing it at my house or maybe at the office, and it would be a place where you could just drive up in your car anytime you feel like it, grab a book, donate a book, and we could get a little bit of variety there. All right, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was getting outside. I have been getting outside a lot, which is great. I don't normally have a lot of time to do that for exercise at this time of year because normally we're so busy. So I love the Rensselaer Land Trust, and Penny Crosby actually just recently introduced me to another place, which I thought might have been part of the Rensselaer Land Trust, but it's actually the Rensselaer Plateau. So these are the website links, if you can see them, and I'll post them below. And those are my 3 favorite places with these 3 community organizations. So they're really awesome. I think Jack and I discovered the first one in Columbia County. We discovered Hand Hollow, which is a nice area that takes you to a kind of a little lake, a pond. There's a lot of beautiful flowers that come out there at springtime. I've seen some really unusual flowers that I don't normally see. And it's a nice, pretty flat hike there. So that is off if you go towards Lebanon Valley and you take your first right, I think, after Lebanon Valley. It's County Route 9, which is a beautiful road. And it's right up there, and that's called the Hand Hollow Recreation Area. And you can just Google that, or the Columbia Land Conservancy. And there's a couple other places to hike there too. They're not that far away. You can take the kids. But Jack and I have been going over to the Albert Community Forest, and we've been going in the morning, usually not too early, like 10:30 or so. And normally there's maybe 2 other cars there, and you are in this huge, like 300 plus acre forest. There's 5 or 6 trails there. Today we did one called Susan's Ramble, which was pretty good hills, like rocky. That one wasn't as well marked as the other ones. I think that one probably doesn't get a lot of travel in the winter because it is pretty steep. But really good, nice places to go. You can donate. If you go to any of these websites, you can find out more about it. The Rensselaer Plateau, you know, has kind of been a key word that people have been using lately. I see it a lot on Instagram, and you know, we have a really cool area in Rensselaer County. Of course, some of you might be watching that aren't in Rensselaer County too, but if you want to take a drive, you can certainly take a drive. Okay, we are not quarantined. Everybody thinks that they are quarantined. They're not exactly quarantined. We are just under a pause where we have to stay home, but we can go out for exercise, and as long as you maintain your distance, you should be good. Use your hand sanitizer. They've got the bathrooms closed off at these places, so people can't go in and use the bathroom, which makes sense. The other place that I love, which is close on Tassawassa Lake Road, I would ask somebody to spell that for me without looking at anything right now, but there's not a lot of people watching, but Tassawassa it's a very good Indian name. The Kinderhook Creek Preserve. You folks are saying hello to each other on there. Hi, Brian Walters. The Rensselaer Land Trust has the Kinderhook Creek Preserve, and that one also has a couple of good hilly areas that you can walk in there. They all have a little donation kiosk where you can throw in a couple bucks. I was asking Jack today on my way home, our way home from the Albert Community Forest, if the, do they have to have insurance? Like, what if somebody falls there? So they must need things to do. So now I'm going to go to the little real estate section. Yes, Tassawassa Lake Road to Martha Hicks Road. Yeah, you wouldn't find it. So you do have to Google these things. So make sure you go to the websites, Google the actual places, and there's trail maps there. They don't want you signing in on the trail register right now, but you can, I think, register through the sites if you're going to be hiking there. All of them are really, really well marked. And the Kinderhook Creek at this time of year is just gorgeous. Today at the Albert Community Forest, it was absolutely gorgeous with the like the moss on the rocks. It's all getting really dark green. It's very pretty. So fun place to go. So now I'm going to do the little real estate section, and then I'm going to talk about gratitude, and then I'm going to go because I'm going outside again because it's sunny and we don't get a lot of sun here in upstate New York, and I got to go outside. Can you all see this? There's a glare because we have sun. So this is one of my favorite quotes, and all the home stagers, when they watch later, because everybody's outside right now, they will like this too. So it basically says that the way that you live in your home and the way you market and sell your house are 2 different things. So as a real estate agent, I sometimes feel like when I go into a house and I tell people what they should do to get their house ready to sell, that they probably think that I live home in a perfect house. I do not live home in a perfect house. In fact, I had to go downstairs and yell at my husband. Not yell. I asked him nicely to stop his sawing of things because I was going to do a live video and I didn't want the sawing background noise. I do love the smell of sawdust though. So anyway, I don't live in a perfect house, and I'm going to show you right now an area that I would come in and probably say to a seller, this is what you need to do to get your house ready in this particular department. And they might feel like I'm being critical of them, but I'm not being critical of them. I am telling them exactly what I would tell myself. And I did sell my own house in 2015, and it was very nerve-wracking. So come for a walk with me, and I'll see if I can turn the screen around again. we are still in my home office, which is also my laundry room, which is inconvenient, as I mentioned to you guys before. All right, here we go. We're going into my mudroom, okay? This is my mudroom, which the idea behind this mudroom was that this was going to be a place where my husband would come in and take off his honking shoes so that he didn't walk into my house, which I would try to keep clean. It hasn't worked out that way. It hasn't worked out that way because it's small. And so he very often will go into he'll sit there in the chair and take things off, and it's very annoying. But anyway, I love him, and I'm quarantined with him right now, basically, so I have to stick with it. But do you see all this stuff here? This is clutter. This is like from my car. Then there's like 800 jackets on this thing. And there's like an old fall wreath here, and there's like way too many dog leashes and way too many dog treats. So this is not good. This does not look like a Pinterest picture, and I need it to look like a Pinterest picture in order for me to put it up for sale. So what I would do is I would come in and I would say, okay, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, here's what we need to do. You need to have 2 coats on that rack, and they need to be cute and they need to match. You need to get everything off the shelves, right? You need to get that stuff off there so it looks like it's a nice inviting place for you to sit down. If you had any money in the budget, I would fix the slate floor, like put something there. But if you don't, that's okay too. But get all this stuff up, and also clean it. I mean, good God, look at all that dust there from the winter in the wood stove. You got to get rid of this stuff. So that's what I would say. And it's not that I'm critical, and it's not that my house is perfect, as you can see, because here we are walking through it right now. It is that the way that we live in our house is far different than the way that we sell our house. So the good news is that we can do this stuff virtually. So if you were planning on selling your house this spring and you still want to move forward with that, we can take a walk through your house just like this. We don't have to do it live. We can do it on FaceTime. We can do it on a Zoom meeting. Hi, Chrissy. We can do this, and we can go through your house, and I can ask you these things. And I don't want you to think that I'm being critical of you. I am just telling you this is not how buyers want to see this house. They might move into the house and keep it just as messy or as lived in as you. I have a cool sign. I should have showed it to you guys, but I have a sign that says, "Excuse the mess. Sorry about the mess, but we live here." And it's true. I would like to have a perfect house, but I do not have a perfect husband. So, I can't do it. There are some people in my Facebook community, I won't say their names, but there's a couple of them that really do have perfect houses, and they have their husbands very well trained, spouses very well trained. But that is not me. So the other thing that I just wanted to say is that I wanted to kind of just tell you guys what I'm grateful for. Because I feel like a big important part of what I should do every day is just feel grateful. So one thing that I've been thinking of a lot, I've been looking at a lot of old pictures because there's so many things on Facebook right now that's asking you to kind of post a picture that doesn't talk about the coronavirus. So I've been looking at a lot of older pictures or just going through my phone. I'm extremely grateful that my husband and I took the opportunity to go to Italy in October. We missed the Venice floods. We were there late September, early October, and we missed that country is just devastated right now. That is a poor country anyway. They don't have a great economy there. Their economy is largely built on tourism. But what a wonderful country, what a wonderful group of people and the community that they have, and the fact that they can't go outside now. So anyway, I'm just really grateful that we had the opportunity to do that. I have a set of buyers that was supposed to take a trip to, I think, the Netherlands. And of course, they're not going to be able to go. So I'm just really happy that I was able to do that. And I'm really happy that I have my dog and I have my husband and I have somebody in the house. Some of you are doing this quarantining or sheltering and you're alone. And, that's not good. So I feel bad for you. So on that note, this was supposed to be like a wine Wednesday happy hour thing. I'm not drinking. It's too early. I can't be drinking every day all night long. I just can't do that. It's not good. It's bad enough I'm eating as much as I am. But I do have Down East cider. So if you go to Town Tavern, you can go in there and you can do a takeout order and you can walk up to the bar and they will give you a growler, or you can bring your own, of Downey cider. And Downey cider, if you never tried it, you really should. It's so good. It's like an unfiltered cider. So it's kind of swirly around, and it's just so good. It tastes like regular cider that you would get at the orchard, but of course it's alcohol. So it's very, very good. And it's way better on draft than it is from the can. I have tried both. And if you can get it on draft, you're very lucky. And my friend Bob and I, we love to get it on draft at the Town Tavern. But we can't go there right now, but you can go in and get a growler. So I actually dropped a growler off to him a couple of days ago, and he has really enjoyed that. So the other thing I want to say is, I know this is kind of a hard time, especially when it's sunny out, because nobody's watching right now. Well, you people who are watching, I'm so happy that you are, but not a lot of people are watching because everybody's outside. Would anybody be interested in doing a Zoom meeting happy hour? And we could do happy hour later. One of my girlfriends in Connecticut is doing that, and she is doing it like at 8 o'clock, but we could do like 7:30, 8 o'clock, get on the Zoom meeting, have a cocktail of choice, and just kind of talk. And everybody can talk, not just me. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, let me know, send me a message or reply below. And I hope you have a great afternoon. Go outside. That's where I'm going. Thank you so much for watching. And remember that we are all going to get through this. And it's going to get better. I mean, it's April Fool's Day. I can't believe we have another month of this. But it is going to get better. And we will get through it. And we are a strong country, and we're very determined, and I have a lot of faith in our country. So, hi, Aunt Debbie. And I hope everybody's doing well. Take care. Let me know how you're doing. Message me. Call me. You know, I got to call a couple friends right now. Talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.